Hi Soul Fam, how are ya? It's me again, Spirit Tadausi. I hope you're all doing great out there. I wanted to share a couple visions that I received from Spirit or the Oneness with regards to what we may be collectively experiencing throughout the rest of this year. I was shown these two visions, and both of them were relating for some reason to vehicles or automobiles. And let me preface this by saying before I received these visions, I had asked specifically for Spirit to give me insight in what we were going through for the rest of the year. So the first image I was received, the first vision I was received, was the idea of getting a car serviced and having the tires were needing to be replaced. They were very old tires. It just felt very antique-like they were just really not the type of tires that we normally find on a new car, but those tires needing to get replaced. But the main focus of this vision was that once the tires were taken off, that the car wouldn't run anymore because it didn't. The shop, the place where I was getting it serviced, no longer had the part or that was needed to run the engine, or that they no longer made the part for the engine to keep the vehicle running. So it was this idea of this parts needing to be replaced, and then to be able to run the car, I needed to replace something, but it was no longer working because they didn't make that part, or it was no longer available. Okay. So that moved us into the second part of this vision, which is where I was experiencing what it felt like with someone else was a Jeep, right? And the entire vehicle, from my perspective, was almost updated and brand new. They had new parts, new accessories, new utilities associated with it. The exterior was different. It had all these like high tech kind of gadgets to it, and not only on the exterior, but also on the interior as well. Felt like it was stepping into a brand new, completely new vehicle. So what's my interpretation of this vision, these visions that I had? So as to the first one, to the first vision, or the first part of this vision, I would say it feels very much in relationship to old energy, old structures, old habits, things that no longer work for us. And we are going to become very aware that these things no longer work for us. Even if we try to replace some of the parts, even if we try to keep it up and running, it just won't work anymore. It can't work anymore because even if we try to fix it, it just won't work. It won't run anymore. So it means that what we need to consider in our lives, individually and collectively, but on the individual side, we need to look at our life and see where the old stories, the old labels, history, habits of our old self that just don't work anymore, that's causing so much friction in our life. These things are broken. They can no longer run anymore. And if that's showing up in your life very apparently, that means you need to make a change because that old aspects to you can no longer move forward. All right. I was thinking about this in the idea of, say, victim-based realities, victim-based mentality, right? These are the kind of like the behaviors that we can no longer carry forward with us. We can't disempower ourselves as the idea of being a victim to some type of thing that's occurring in our personal life, but especially being disempowered or victim to, say, the grander scale of the systems that we live in, such as financial or authority or government or social, right? We can no longer allow ourselves to play this victim unless you choose to play this victim, to go forward if you want to find more peace, joy, and abundance in your life. You have to understand that you are not a victim. You are helping create this aspect to you, and it's for you to decide how and why you are creating this and to heal that part of you that needs to be let go of so you can move forward in it, all right? Also, like on a larger scale, it feels very much so that the old systems, the old structures that we exist in, the financials, the government, the social, the authoritative type of structures, they're all absolutely under pressure right now, and we are starting to see things starting to break. You don't need to look very far. You just need to look at the hood, pay a little attention, have a little intuitive hits on it, and you will see some of the old stories, old structures starting to break down, where you're seeing a lot of us, the people, I would say in general, waking up to it, waking up to the idea like, oh, there's something wrong with this. This doesn't work for me anymore, and we need to choose differently, which also means, where are you putting your energy, right? Where are you putting your focus? How are you powering these realities to continue to exist in your life? That's why you have to look at yourself and say, where am I giving away my power? How can I reclaim this? And then actually put my awareness, my attention with my energy into something that's better for me going forward, rather than continuing these old stories that don't work for me and for the collective as we go forward. All right, now to the second part of this dream. Clearly, it tells me that there's a new system that's coming through. There's something new coming through, and it will be more apparent as we move along, and we will start to see aspects of it coming to life fairly soon. That's what it feels like to me. Not sure whether or not why. Well, the Jeep aspects certainly is a symbolic or a metaphor for me relating to the U.S. because what Jeep is a Jeep American company, right? Or at least from what I know. I could be completely wrong on that. But either way, Jeep to me represents in the automobile vehicle type of sensation around the US. So the US to me seems like it's very much in focus, and we will be encountering new things coming through as the old systems clearly showing signs of it breaking down. So how do you go forward with this energy? How do you not put your energy into the old structures, your old self? Well, like I've talked about in the past, is start following your heart. Start following what brings you joy. Follow your passions, because this is going to help you align with the new energies and the new system that's coming through. Maybe a lot of you don't have clarity right now. You're just like, how do I move forward? What is it that I need to do? I don't know what it is that I need to do. That comes with following your heart and following what inspires you. Go with what inspires you through spirit, filling you, and then as you follow that magnetic energy of spirit flowing through you, through what you're doing, through action in your passions, is going to help magnetize things to you that will help manifest them in your reality so that you can continue to move forward in this new energy. All right. So follow your heart, follow your passions, especially as these old systems are crumbling, and you'll see the new systems start to show up in your reality, hopefully personally, but as well as collectively. This goes exactly with what I wanted to show you with the card I pulled today for in regards to insights to what I was seeing in my vision, which is the Ace of Swords. This is primarily around action. This is talking about clarity, quick inspiration from spirit, getting that seed of clarity in your mental body for you to be able to make decisions going forward and help you get onto the path that you need to get in terms of finding more peace, joy, and love in your life. All right. This is also, if you think about what the card represents, it also represents kind of like hidden ideas, hidden things coming forward and into the light through, these lightning bolt kind of inspirations, or as the old things crumble, the new stuff comes up and you'll start to see and get some clarity in your reality. You're going to see a lot of the numerology, a lot of the astrology that's going to be playing out in the next couple months are going to align with a lot of this energy. So be mindful of yourself. Look at what no longer works for you. Get rid of that. Don't play into the old structures that no longer serve you. Don't put your time and your energy into old creations, old structures that are broken. It's time to step into the new. And as you follow your passions and your heart, as you move through the rest of this year, you'll see some of these things coming to your reality. You'll see some of these things manifest as validation for you are on the right path. All right. If you haven't done so already, go out, get a copy of my book, Becoming the Creator. Also, for all of you who have read this, I would really appreciate a review if you could on Amazon, or if you have any questions and you're stuck on something, or you need insight into some of the things that you're going through with regards to the chapters, feel free to reach out to me. I love you. I hope that helps. I'll talk to you soon.